So this is Albie. Albie never makes a noise. He's very shy, but he's not angry. He's quite dopey. He's just had a wash, so he's a little bit more active. But in general, he doesn't really do anything. He's easy to pick up, although he's a bit spiky. You can see he's still a bit wet. I've literally just taken him out of the bath. And he's already got poo boots. Yeah, Albie doesn't make any noise. He's quite easygoing. Nice Hedgie. I've never ever heard him huff, which is a really rare thing. I think most hedgehogs do huff. Maybe he's huffed when I'm not around, but I've never heard him huff. But he's very shy. He's not very active when he's out with me. He's very active on his wheel, but he's not very cuddly or inquisitive when people are around. But he's very sweet. He likes children better. When my niece comes round, he's a lot more active with her. Sometimes he'll just stay in a ball until you put him in the bath. They need a bath just to get him out and awake. He's quilling a bit as well, which makes him grumpy. But yeah, he doesn't huff. He's never made any noise. He doesn't bite. He's not angry. He's just a little bit shy. In here is Pippa. Pippa hates the world. Pippa is angry. Pippa is an angry Hedgie. She gets lots of time. You can hear her huffing there. Come on, Pips. This is Pippa's everyday state. She's very hard to handle. She likes to spike you on purpose. She pops and bubbles. Takes both my hands to pick her up because I have to scoop her. She will poke her head out, but that's it. She is angry. She's got some fluff stuck to her face. Don't worry, it's not blood or anything, it's fluff out of her hide. Yeah, she is one angry Hedgie. She does not like anyone. She gets the same time as all the other hedgehogs, and she doesn't like anybody. She is angry. If you put her down, she will find the nearest place she can to run away from you. If you stroke her, she will try and jab you, and it doesn't matter how much I try and bond with her, how many minutes I give her, she just hates everybody. She's a little bit better with my husband, calms down quicker, but you never be able to pick her up without huffing. That's just who she is. That's her. In here should be Harriet, who huffs when she's been woken up, as you can see. Very huffy when she's just been woken up. She just doesn't like being woken up like anybody else. Oh, but once you've got her, she's quite nice. She'll let you stroke her. No problems at all. She stops huffing when she realises it's just you. She's been like that from day one. No extra attention or anything, but she settles very quickly. You let her go around the room, she will go and explore rather than try and find somewhere to hide. She is quite happy to go running around and do whatever. When I'm cleaning, she likes to be into whatever I'm doing. She'll get in the rubbish bin, she'll get in the washing basket, she tries to get up the hoover spout. She wants to be a part of everything. Very inquisitive. As you see, she'll huff as I come near her, but she's not that bothered at all. She's a good gal. But that's Harriet. Her personality is, don't wake me up, but I'm not actually that bothered by you, you're still my friend. So that's Harriet. She's got the sniffles. When I got her, she had a really bad respiratory infection, and it's given her permanent damage. So it's not that she's got a cold now, she's just damaged. But as you can see, she doesn't huff. Very occasionally she'll huff if I catch her by surprise. She's not bothered how you hold her, how you pick her up. She's very inquisitive. She does not like to sit still. She's very friendly. She'll probably put herself back away. She likes putting herself away. But she's, yeah, lovely. Lovely, sweet girl. She has been from day one. Never had any issues with her. And yeah, I hardly ever hear her huff, considering she's quilling and she's got a permanent respiratory damage. You'd think that she'd be a bit grumpier, but she's not. She's very sweet. She just doesn't like to sit still. You can't snuggle with her. She just wants to roam. So that's Alice. Okay, in here is Batman. Now Batman has split personality. You hear him growling? He'll pop and he will growl as well. I don't know whether you can hear his growling. He also, if you go to touch him and he doesn't want to be touched, he will lunge at you and try and bite you. He is not curl up in a ball and hide type of Hedgie. He is, I'm going to get you, Hedgie. He is a long-eared, and they are bolder in general, so it's not as usual to get an APH that is this sort of temperament, but there is the odd one. I can't get him out. He's managed to get everything all tangled up in there. You hear him growling there. Just leave me alone. Anyway, this is Batman. When I first got Batman, he was pretty much the hardest hedgehog ever to pick up. I was worried about putting my hands underneath him for fear he'd bite me. He does bite. It's quite rare for him to bite me now, unless he's having a wash. He likes being washed, but he doesn't like being dried, and he will bite the towel afterwards. He doesn't like being stroked with a towel. I'm just going to get him out and show you what he's like to hold. Okay, so this is what he's like to hold. He's very huffy, but he's not actually that grumpy behaving. I can hold him quite well now without him biting me. He used to bite my hand that I was holding him with all the time. Now he just gets a bit cross. He might think about biting me occasionally. But I'll show you what he's like with a towel. If he's in the towel and he's being dried, you can hear him growling. Not going to bite today. That's a nice change. Oh, there you go. There you go, he's bitten it. See, he will bite. So if I'm drying him and I don't have the towel in the way, he will bite me. If my hands are there first, I always make sure I've got a good layer of towel when I'm drying him. But he doesn't like being stroked particularly, but he's not terribly difficult. You just have to keep an eye on where your fingers are, really. Got loads of fluff on his face. He's wanting to bite everything now because I put him in the towel. See, he can be very angry. But he's actually very, very sweet when he's been out with you for a while. If he's been out roaming and then you sit with him, he'll snuggle up with you and he quite likes you. He'll fall asleep with you. He's very sweet. His personality is pretty split. He'll have days where he's very bitey and then days where he's very cuddly. So he does love a good free roam. And when he chooses to cuddle you, then he's very sweet. If he hasn't chosen to come and cuddle you, then he can be really naughty. So that's Batman's personality. And he gets quite a bit of time out because he's a different breed of hedgehog which are more dominant. He does get more time out because I'm trying to socialise him a little bit more. De-aggressify him, if that's even a word. But he's getting loads better. He used to jump when I breathed near him. Now he's quite happy to roam about and he's not bothered. He comes out when I'm hoovering and stuff and he's happy with that. He's not bothered by sounds anymore. He's a lot more confident than he was before. and he's a lot more trusting as well now. He doesn't really ball up, he just likes to huff and pop at you. He actually flattens his quills when you're stroking him, which is quite nice, but he still gets cross about it and likes to tell you he's cross about it. He doesn't mind his belly being stroked, but he doesn't like his quills being touched. I've stroked his ears a few times and he's not bothered, but I think it's because he hadn't noticed I'd started doing it. But yeah, that's Batman. My split personality hedgehog. Proof that it doesn't matter what you do, they have got their own personalities. It's not